I'm going to bring to you someone who wants to talk about a very difficult subject, but something that we need to be mindful of, we need to be aware of. We need to say that it's not just a scourge of our community, but it is a scourge of the American community, a scourge of the global community, and it's about time we talk about it, do something about it, and change the world. With that, I bring you Todd Heywood.
Hi there, my name is Todd Heywood. You may remember me as a reporter for Between the Lines in the Michigan Messenger. But I'm here today to talk about something that's much darker and much more frightening. And that is the HIV epidemic that continues to attack our community in this state. This is a very uncomfortable topic for all of us, myself included. I am HIV positive. I am one of the few in this state of 18,000 who's willing to be out and open about it. That has to change. The silence around HIV is a result of our own gulag of silence that we as a community have created. For those of you who don't know what a gulag is, let me be clear. It was a repressive form of government used by the Soviet Union to lock up anybody who did not agree with their political policies. We in the gay community say to people who are HIV positive, oh, I'm sorry, I won't date you because you're HIV positive. We say to people who are honest about their HIV status, leave me alone, I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to know about it, I don't want to see it. That is creating a gulag where we are saying to each other, lie to me about your HIV status so that I can get infected. It has to stop. For those of us who are HIV positive, we help the gulag. We are our own oppressors. We have to stand up and admit that we are HIV positive each and every time we meet somebody. We have to be honest if we expect honesty in return. It's that simple. And if we're not, we're killing ourselves and our brothers and our sisters. It's time to end the silence. There's an interesting statistic out of Detroit that stunned me, and that was there are many zip codes that have 3 and 4 and 5% HIV prevalency rates. There's one zip code that has a 6% prevalency rate of HIV. That's on par with Uganda. This is the result of our organizations, our LBGT organizations, who in the mid-90s saw the advent of the cocktails and said, hey, it's not our problem anymore. We forgot that HIV is still preying on us. And it was easy to forget, and I'm one of those people who forgot, that this disease follows the easiest route, and in this case, it was to people of color, and it was to the poor. Right now, there is an epidemic raging in this state and in this country that is attacking our brothers and sisters in the African American community, and as a gay community, we have a responsibility to stand up and say, we will not allow what happened in the 80s and 90s to happen again. So please, please, stand with me in fighting for our community. Not just the LBGT community, but all of us. And last but not least, it is important that we talk about barebacking. It's easy to say that barebacking is bad and horrible and evil, and as I saw a t-shirt last night, it's so 1995. Well, you know what? That's not addressing the reality. People are barebacking. Our prevention strategies have got to start talking about the reality that HIV is here and that people are still taking risks. If you want to bareback, fine, but you need to start demanding extra stuff. There are studies that show that PEP, which is post-exposure prophylaxis, is 100% effective in preventing infection if administered within 72 hours. We aren't using it as a prevention method. They're using it in hospitals, though. We also know that there are studies that are showing that pre-exposure prophylaxis may be effective Those are the use of the anti-HIV, antiviral medications to prevent the infections. We must demand access to those medications as part of a prevention strategy. It is time. We must address this as a real issue and not be silent anymore. So please, from now on, treat each other with compassion, treat each other with honesty, and talk about HIV. Demand it of your community, demand it of yourself, and most importantly, demand it of our country and our government. Thank you.